seeing is a lot of discussion around how to work in a manner which is amenable to the current situation, how to work remotely, how to get various uh, actions or various working processes in a fashion which helps people collaborate while they're not at their physical locations in the bar or physically present in the office. So I think what we're going to discuss today is slightly different. I think what we will talk about is how do we automate our processes. While we are looking at all the other aspects and all the other infrastructure related stuff which is helping us in bringing about remote working and bringing about working for situations like this. But today we're going to talk about how do we automate business processes, which cuts across the current situation and goes into into the situation which we will be in soon, hopefully. With this opening up which is happening now, how do we bring about efficiency in these processes? So what we have is we have our own asset which is called Staple-It, aptly named because I think what we're going to talk about here is various. How do you get various documents? How do you put them together, or rather staple all of them together? And all this is in the electronic form. Now, before we really get into the agenda of the discussion, I let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is Ashit Makija. I head the services and the technical operations in. I head the services and the technical operations for SISL Infotech Tech Jockey. With me on the call is Preeti Sharma. She will once I stop talking, I'll hand over to her. She heads the entire business process management practice and is a senior consultant with us. We're going to talk about. No, we can just go back. Just go back. I need to talk about SISL and Tech Jockey. Go back to SISL slide. I will tell you when to move the slide. Go back one more. That's right. I'll tell you when to move. So SISL Infotech, many of you may know, is one of the leading system integrators and one of the fastest growing system integrators. It's not a very old organization, about 8 years old, but I think in these 8 years we've done a fantastic progress in the marketplace, and we've reached a turnover of about 500 crores as we closed the books of last year. We have been at the forefront of technology. We have a large team which implements pretty complex infrastructure projects, and these span across all kinds of technologies, all kinds of hardware and software OEMs in the marketplace. We've done a lot of complex projects in the country, especially for government and public sector, and I am talking about SISL Infotech right now. So whether it's a complex cloud implementation, whether it's a security implementation, whether it's a virtualization project, we've kind of done it all, and we have a pretty solid team doing that, and we also have practices on things like business process management, on analytics, on blockchain, on business intelligence and everything. So we are, I think we are, as I said, our team is pretty strong in all these areas. We also, can you move the slide, Preeti? So we are also representing here what is called TechJockey.com or TechJockey. TechJockey has two parts to it. TechJockey.com is our e-commerce engine, and I would strongly encourage you to look at this a little later. And TechJockey.com is a web commerce or e-commerce platform for hardware and software, and mainly for software right now. So we have a lot. We have thousands of OEMs or solution providers who've registered for their software and solutions on this. It could be a software for, say, a mall management software, or a jewelry management software, or a gymnasium management software, or standard things that we all are familiar with, like Tally or O365, and we have a team which helps you choose the right product depending on your requirements. That's our web commerce platform. We also have TechJockey Plus as a part of this entire group, which is focusing on mostly the enterprise class businesses. So you would have probably received an invitation from TechJockey. And, so we serve important and enterprise class customers like yours through TechJockey. Between the two of them, the teams are common. The technical teams are common, except for some sales people who you may see differently. Pretty much the backend operations and the technical teams are common. So the expertise cuts across both the organizations. Preeti, can you move the slide? What we're going to talk about is, as I said, how do we, what is happening in the organizations these days. So if you look at the challenges which many of us are going through, depending on our IT maturity, where we are on that curve. If you consider a typical collaboration or a project or an activity which is being done in our organizations, how does that really start? That's either on paper in some of the organizations, or it is on email, or it is on Excel, or it has various other artifacts like PowerPoint or many other ways of documentation like PDFs or CAD/CAM or AutoCAD drawings, etc. Now, whenever this happens, we really do not know if we've kickstarted some activity or initiated some project. We really do not know where what step is happening right now. So, for example, somebody may send a mail. The head of the organization may send a mail that we have to do this, and 5 people are working on it. It's very difficult for anybody to go to a single point and figure out what is happening or where it is right now, who's doing what at that point in time, because that transparency is missing, because those tools are missing. There's no single point of you really have to get into various tools, very disparate processes, and understand what's really happening and who's doing what where, which is what impacts the speed also. So the turnaround time of any activity is high because people have to really fend for the information. They have to understand what's happening where and what's my next step and when do I take the next step, etc. So the speed and the turnaround time is something which is not high, which is not efficient enough or fast enough. Now, all this obviously leads to a problem in accountability. There is a very high chance that people may start pointing fingers towards each other. They may point to fingers towards the tools, because the tools are disjointed, and it gets difficult for the owner of that process or a head of the organization or the management to really figure out who's responsible for what at one point in time. This also leads to issues in compliances. So if you want to do an audit of all the processes at any point in time, if there is an audit which you want to do on a certain project, for example, who did what at what point in time, what mails were said, what mails were sent, what artifacts exchanged, who changed which document, etc. All those things get lost because of these not efficient or not automated processes. And obviously, when you have to look for various artifacts, so if you have to look for all the artifacts for, say, a certain project, what do we typically do? We start looking for mails. We start sorting mails. We start searching mails. We start searching documents and trying to figure out, what was sent for which purpose, which was the latest version, etc. So content discovery is a problem. Preeti, can you move, please? So what we're really talking about is, and where this is leading is into automation. If we had a customized workflow which automated your business processes and helped you in real time execution, this is something which will really help you build the efficiencies and increase the employee satisfaction, increase customer satisfaction, and obviously give a clear insight as to what's happening where at what point in time, and which helps you do an optimization. Now, the important thing is that all this is role based. So you give access to people who need that access. You don't. So everybody does not have all kinds of accesses and all kinds of permissions. Preeti, can you move, please? And so what we really need is and this is the last slide which I will cover, and then I will hand over to Preeti to talk about the product. So what do we really need is an integrated file and a records management system, and that's where we're going with this entire message. So what we need is a process or a tool which helps us in electronic movements of the documents. It helps us manage content, search for various kinds of content and data, as what I just spoke about earlier. it builds that tracking mechanism. So through this tracking mechanism, you're able to build the accountability. And of course, once the tracking mechanism is there, you can monitor the work, and there are escalations. So if somebody does not do something at a certain during a certain time frame, then it goes to the next level. And the tool helps you archive the data and then helps you retrieve the data based on search criteria and role-based access, which you define. Now, something like this can also become a knowledge management tool for the organization. So, as I said, if you want to, if tomorrow you win a project and you want to understand what really happened in that and all the artifacts around that, it's in a single repository. If you implemented something in an organization, let's say an ERP is being implemented, are all the documents, all the artifacts in one place? So right from a simple thing to induction of an individual to an organization when a new joinee comes, to a complex project where all the artifacts are required, everything can be made possible through this knowledge management repository or a smart repository which can be built. Of course, what we need is a system that should be modular. We do not need a system where integration becomes a problem. We need a system where you can build various modules, keep on adding modules, keep on removing modules in case you want to do any changes in them. So the rest of the pieces don't get impacted. And this system should be scalable. So if you're a 5-member organization today and you're going to grow to a 500-member organization or a 500,000-member organization, the whole thing should be scalable. And of course, the security becomes paramount. The role-based access, the security, preventing the unauthorized access. And when we're talking of this, we're talking of a system which is robustness, is enterprise class, and takes the load as the systems grow. So this is where I'll hand over to Preeti. She's going to take it forward and cover the rest of the presentation. And she also has a demo before we end. I will encourage all of you to put in your questions on the chat. We should have some time in the end for Q&A, but if not, then we will definitely want to look at all your Q&A and answer you at the end of this, or even if required one-on-one. Preeti, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Ashish. So hi everyone, I'm Preeti. I'm part of BPM practice. So in today's session, I'll be giving you a walkthrough of Staple.it. It's our latest offering from BPM side. Basically, it's an office automation tool. As you know, every organization has its, be it small or large, has got its information, which could be in the form of bills or invoices or bank records or other forms and documents. And this information, it keeps on moving between various departments and people before it reaches to some kind of conclusion. And during the course of it, there are additions to it.
Preeti, sorry, yeah. There's a request for you to be louder.
Okay, just say. Is it better now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I was saying, like every organization has some kind of information which could be in the forms of bills or some kind of documents, and this information, it keeps on moving between various departments and people before it reaches out to some kind of conclusion, and in the course of it, this information gets enhanced and enriched by when people add more comments to it, or they add some more documents which are supported to the main document. So that's how it gets enhanced. So it becomes utmost important, and really a need is there to have a system in place which can track and control the entire activity. So Staple.it, it provides an end-to-end solution for storage, exchange, and management of this information. It has all the features of automation, and it streamlines all the office operations, so that which involves the handling of files, management of complaints, the help desk, the knowledge management system, which just now Ashit discussed about it. And so there is a provision of, you can define workflows and tasks, and you can control and monitor the flow of information in your system. And everything is role-based. Access control is defined, which ensures transparency and accountability into the system. And there are various reports which are generated at various levels through which you can monitor the progress, you can better utilize your resources, you can see what are the bottlenecks, how we can resolve it, you can take better decisions. So it helps you to to manage your all the operations in a very optimal manner. So these are the modules that we have right now in place, and we are adding more to it. So there is a module to handle files, complaints. There's a module for help desk and knowledge management, and then MS reports is also there, and some government specific like RTI management is also there, which is for the government RTI process management. So in this session, I'll be covering three modules in detail, which is file, help desk, and complaints. And if in case anybody in the audience wants to see a particular module other than these three, then you can reach out to us separately. We can have a one-on-one session for you in which we can give you a demo of that session. And in case if you're not sure about how you can map your processes to these modules, then also you can reach out to us, and we can do a system study for you to help to identify the process that you have or functions that you have, and how you can map and automate and how you can map those functions to these, and what should be the approach to automate your operations. So we can help you out with that. So let's start with the first module, which is file management. And I think this is relevant to everyone, as every organization has got bills and invoices and various forms and documents to manage. And it becomes really important, to have a system in place so that everything can be done in a standardized manner, and it can be monitored and improved or changed as and when required. So this module, it digitalizes the handling of files, and it has various interfaces to upload, view, and edit documents. User can add comments at various levels, and it will be digitally signed, so you can make out that who has worked on this document at what time. So it brings a lot of transparency and accountability into the system. And there are various reports to view the overall performance, overall progress of the work, and the utilization of the resources. So let me just take you through the workflow of it. So this is the so I'll discuss more about the specific features when I'll give you the demo. And so this is the standard workflow that we have implemented, which is generally the case with most of the organizations. And but nevertheless, this can be customized as per the user requirement. We can add more steps. We can change the workflow or the decision rules which are defined. We can change as per the requirements. So here, if you can see, the first step,
just one second, Mr. Gaurav Bedi saying that he's not able to see the process. Are others able to see the process? I can. Gaurav Bhavana, anybody, Raghav, anybody confirm? Can you see the slide?
Yes, sir. We can see it.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay. So here, if you see, the first step is to create a file. And this can be both by internal or external users. So your document could be lying in your email or a WhatsApp, or it could be a hard copy of which you just create you can scan, and then you have to put it in a system. So there are various in various forms your documents could be lying. So for external users, you can have a separate form on your website, or application, or a app on your mobile, through which users can upload documents. And for internal users, they can directly access the system, and they can create this file using this particular task. And the moment a document is uploaded, then it triggers a process instance in BPM for that particular document to track it. And then there will be rules defined in the system. So let's say if a document belongs to a HR system or a marketing system, or let's say a sales department, so accordingly the document will be assigned to those users. And they can so if there are a set of users, then any one from that group can claim that particular task and start working on the document. Now the second step here is to review the document. So here the user might be performing some offline activity on this document, and based on it, he will give some comments. He'll do some noting, or he might wants to attach some more documents. So he can do that, and everything will be recorded into the system. So that you can keep track of the things. You can see what all previous requests, previous comments that were given to it, and then he can decide whether he wants to move it in forward in the workflow, or he wants to give it to some to another peer. So similarly at the third step as well, here user will review all the previous comments, and if he is satisfied, then he can close the application, or he can send it back for some work, for some rework. So this is a standard workflow which has been implemented, and we have integrated our application with various third-party systems, like emails to pull data, to give some notifications, and to SMS system to push notification SMS alerts, and also to pull data. Let's say if there is some department related data which has to be given, provided in the form, then that can be done. And we can do if any customization more than this is required, or any change can be required, so that can be done easily. This is a screenshot of the system. So I'll give you a demo, and then I'll explain what all user interfaces are there, and how you can enter information and control it. The next module is help desk. Again, I think this is also very relevant to most of the people in audience. And with this module, you can digitize your entire help desk process, and it provides a unified platform where you can, using which you can collect, manage, monitor, and control all your support related queries and requests. And which is across all the functions and processes or departments in the organization. And there again, there is an automated workflow and assignment of tickets based on the rules. So based on the departments and the priority of tickets, if they are high priority or low priority, the tickets are assigned into the system. And this is the standard workflow. So which is, I think, this kind of workflow is generally followed in most of the organization, where you have three level of support which handles the request. So here also there's a provision for pushing data into the system through internal and external users. So for external, again, you can have a standalone application somewhere on the website, or you could have a mobile app through which you can push data into it, or you can have a WhatsApp in which you have a filled in form or a request, and then you can push that into the system. So again, after entering this information, the request will be created into the system. After that, based on the rules, like if it is related to let's say to the HR department or to the payrolls department, then it will get automatically assigned to L1, L2, or L3 based on the severity of it. So here I want to mention one thing, like the SLAs and rules, they can be customized. Let's say if there is a requirement that the queries should be addressed within 24 hours or within 48 hours, uh, the moment they are submitted. So that timelines could be changed very easily. It's not a complex thing. You can easily change and configure the rules in the system. This is a sample screenshot of this module. The next is complaint management. So help desk is more about handling the issues which are related to operations and services provided by the organization. While this complaint management is more of employee centric, and it's very much internal to the organization. So by doing this, the organizations can provide an interface to their employees to raise and monitor their concerns. So they can raise their grievances or any concerns they have into the system by using this. And it provides a transparent platform and very secure and easy to use, and employees can register their queries here, and they can follow it up, like what all comments have been given and what is the feedback given to them. That all can be monitored here. And again, the reports are provided for all the modules to track the progress and the performance and to figure out the bottlenecks, like at which place there are more issues and problems, so that you can you can change your or improve your process to make it more efficient. This is also a standard flow which is generally followed. Here there are 5 steps based on and based on the decisions decisions the users who are handling this request. At every step they can decide to whether they want to move the request forward or backward, and accordingly finally they can resolve the issues by monitoring at various levels. This is a screenshot of the module. Here also we have done some integrations, like you can see there's Aadhaar card number integrations we have done. So this could be some employee ID also, or Aadhaar card in case of a government system. So the moment you give your number and you click on this button, it will fetch all your details and all the form will be pre-populated, and you'll just have to enter the necessary information for your issue or request, and you can submit your request or raise your request. So as I had mentioned in the beginning, that we are adding more modules to it, and these are some of them. And please give us feedback if you want to have any specific modules, then we'll try to expand this product and add more to it. So now I just want to talk a bit.
So these are just examples of various modules which can be there. As Preeti said, if you have any specific thing which you need to be automated, because some of them may be already be automated through some other systems or ERPs or CRMs which you may have. So we can have a discussion on anything specific that you need.
Yeah. Now I'll talk a bit about the platform on which Staple.it is built. So we are IBM partners, and we provide solutions and services for various IBM and IBM products and platforms. Staple.it is built on IBM Cloud Stack for automation. This platform provides pre-integrated softwares for designing, building, and running the automation services and applications on any cloud platform, and that is too with a very less code. So there are tools using which you can very quickly build your applications and integrate them. And there is also an analytics layer which can help you generate more insights using the ML and AI. And there is also a governance model through which you can define rules and regulations which can be standardized so that can be followed all across the applications. So these are the multiple ways to deploy this offering, and you can have a cloud, hybrid, or on-premise solution, and based on the requirements we can help you to come up with the right solution for which is the right solution for you. And we can also work out with you for the licensing and subscription policy for the IBM products. So that information we can share you separately. And these are the components or the offerings which are part of the Cloud Pak. So there are various products. So BAW, Business Automation Workflow. This combines BTM and case manager capabilities in a single product, and this is the tool which is used for creating workflows for applications and tasks. Then there is Content Collector, which is used for archival of data. If you have your data in emails or SharePoints and you want to store them in a centralized location, then you can go for this solution. Then there is Content Manager, which allows the complete end-to-end content management solution for capturing, storing, managing, securing and processing the information, and to increase your operational efficiency of document management. Then DataCap is a complete solution for data capturing. It can scan, classify, and organize and export your data, including documents and images, very quickly and easily, and it helps you to even extract information out of forms and can apply rules to it. And all these components are very much integrated, so you can club these services to create your create your customized solution. Then enterprise records is to create and manage uh, create and manage your records or the data, and you can so that you can comply with the rules and regulation for governance. Then ODM is to store and monitor the decisions. So based on the business automation insights, you can define your and refine your decisions, and ODM helps you to do that. Then this BAW designer and workstream and digital worker, these are the latest offerings, and these have various designer tools and interfaces to create your applications easily in a short span of time. So these are the components of this offering, and you can do a mix of this to create a customized product or service. So IBM is a ranked worldwide market share leader in automation, and it has presence since more than a decade in this area. And it provides solution for all sizes of business, be small or large, and in all domains. Like there are solutions, big solutions in healthcare, in airlines, banks, and there are a lot of successful stories to support it. Um, Let me give you a demo now of this application. I'll be using a recorded demo because I'm having some challenge in connecting with my server. So I'll be using this. So first we'll start with the file management. So this is the first screen where the user will enter his credentials, and based on the access, he will come to see the what all processes he can work upon. So the first step would be again like a file creation step. So in case if there is a physical document to support this digital document, then he can mark that document by adding the file tag number. So this will help to map this digital document with that physical one. So it can mention that number, that file tag of the physical file. Then here you can define the subject of this document, then the type. Uh, what it belongs to which department, or all the metadata about the file you can enter here. It's like the project name, and if you have more information, then you can add more fields and can provide that metadata here, and you can easily add and remove that information using these buttons. So once you are done with adding the metadata, you can set the priority for this document, like whether it should be low, medium, or a high priority, and then you can set the location. Like if there are multiple locations, then you can set the particular location and department to it. And then there are buttons to create this file, to save and close or discard. So so if you create this file, then see here all the metadata got created, and this number gets automatically generated. So this is a combination of few fields based on which the file numbers will be uniquely defined. And then you can define some comments over here. So you can give the initial comments to this document using this editor, and then you can add documents. So if there are some documents in related to this particular digital asset, digital file, then you can add those documents here. And all sorts of documents can be added. It could be file, XLS, any image, any kind of document can be added here and viewed into the system. So like after adding it, And we have also done versioning here, so that the changes can be tracked. So if in due course if this document gets changed, then the old versions will be retained, so that you can find out like who has changed this information and who has uploaded this document again, and what all changes had been done. And once you decide, you are fine with it, and you want to send it to the next user in workflow, so you can select the users by using this dialog. So here you will get the list of all the users in organization. You can search for a particular user and assign this file to him. Now this application will be assigned to this desk3 user and will appear as a to-do task for this user. Now once you have assigned this file to this user, then this user will get email alerts that he has got a task to work upon, and so that he can work on that activity timely. So so now we are logging as a desk2 user. So he has received this request in his inbox. So now it has all the previous information, like what all metadata was added for the file and what all comments were given, and it is
तिवारी सलीम को फोन कर रहे हैं.
it is digitally electronically signed, so you have all the information like who has signed it and at what time it was signed. Then on this user can add more comments, and if he wants to give some more comments, then he can give that here, and they can view the documents, they can change the status of file, or they can add additional documents. And then they can reassign to another user if they still feel that there is some more work is required to work on this document, then they can assign it to the next person in line. So in this case, it is assigned to officer 2. And now on submitting this, he'll say whether this is a forwarded or approved or a non-approved request. He's giving his recommendations for this document. So once he's giving his recommendations, so based on this, the next person can take the decision, like whether he wants to give a go ahead for the document, approve it and close it, or he wants some rework.
Preeti, can you be louder, please?
Oh, is it still low? Yeah. So now we are logging as officer 2. So this person can read the comments, all the comments which were previously given by the users, and also he can see the recommendations, whether they have recommended to approve this file or reject this file. So he can view all that information here. And additionally, if he wants to give some other comments, or he wants uh, to have some more work done on this file, then he can decide to send it back also. So here you can see all the previous comments and the timings for it. And then he can decide to close the file. If he is satisfied, then he can go ahead and close this request. So this is the total complete flow for file management. Now let me just quickly take you through to help desk. And then okay, so this is about the help desk. One second. Once again, this is So this is the help desk first screen. So here we have done some integrations. So the moment you give your customer ID or employee ID, your information will be fetched from the backend system and will be the form will be pre-filled with that information. So now the user will only have to add information about his issue. He can define the severity of the issue and then the details like what is the issue, what is it all about, and the category of like whether it is a severe issue or it is a low priority issue and it belongs to which particular department. So all those information will be filled here. And again, here also we have done integration, third-party integrations we have done. It's echoing, I think. Sorry. Okay. So after entering the description for the issue, they can upload some additional documents. If they have any bills or anything else which are related to the issue, then they can provide them here. Here also the versioning is done so that you can see what was the previous issue, and if the user supplies another screenshot, then you can compare how the what were the issues in the application at the first level and then how it is at the second level. So all those documents and various screens etc. you can compare using the versioning. And then, okay.
Preeti, again, be careful of the microphone. Somebody is saying that your voice is not coming.
Okay.
It actually fades away in between. So maybe you turn away from the microphone. Just be into the microphone.
Okay. But I didn't move much. Okay. So then after this, once the request is uh, is raised into the system, then based on the rules defined, like based on the department and the severity of the problem, it will get assigned to the particular set of users. Then the L1, let's say L1 users, then the set of users can any one of them can claim this task and they can work on it to resolve the issue. So again, it's the same thing. It's like various levels. They can do some offline activity. They'll talk to the user. They'll find more information about the issue, and they can update the details here, and they can monitor it and track it. They can schedule it like we'll have a call back at this particular hours, and they can have some alerts enabled so that they get intimation like or the reminders that you have to follow up with this customer. So those things can be done, and there are a lot of reports, MIS reports, which are generated to look at what all type of request comes generally, so that you can refine your process, but that particular process you can refine to improve your product efficiency. Then then you can also check the overall progress of your application, like who all are working, what are the types of tickets you have received. So using these reports you can drill down and track all the information about the system. So this was all about the demo. I think Ashit, I've covered most of it.
Yes, thank you. Do we have any questions? There were some pointers which came on the chat. They were not really questions, but some requirements which we've captured, and we'll come back to you. But are there any questions? See, just one point here. This is fairly customizable, and what we can do, as Preeti said earlier, we can have a discussion with you, understand your requirements, do some kind of assessment and a workshop for you, so that we understand what you really need and you understand what all is possible. Because what is here is kind of representative. A file management system for one organization may not be required for you, and you may need something very different. But the fact is that there are these processes which can be automated, there are workflows which can be built, and there are intelligence which can be built in those workflows. That's what I think is the key takeaway for you from this discussion. So feel free to connect with us, and I think we can wait for another few seconds. If you have any questions, you can either ask them, unmute yourself and ask them, or put them in the chat. And in case you would like to have, I think somebody had asked for a copy of the presentation, so please send your email ID in case you need that. Okay, I believe there are no questions, so I would like to end this here, and thank you so much, all of you for joining. I hope you had some understanding of what business process management and automation of PPM and processes can be. We would be really glad to take any queries and any potential discussions with you for your requirements. Thank you so much. Have a good day.